Queen Bee pulled a Beyonce and dropped music unannounced. Find out what later in the show.
And a little game happened this weekend, and we have all the scoop.
Where we make Kent feel like Hollywood, this is the Blurb.
Broncos, Beyonce, Bruno, and the Dab. Sunday was an eventful night. I'm Tyler Rahman.
And I'm Zach Jones. Unless you live under a rock, you know that Super Bowl 50 took place on Sunday. The Carolina Panthers lost to the Denver Broncos 24-10. Many viewers complained that the game was pretty slow and uneventful. Panthers quarterback Cam Newton only completed 44% of his passes. The Broncos gained 194 yards of offense, which was the lowest yardage total for a Super Bowl winner. There's also a lot of suspicion of Peyton Manning retiring after this game.
But what about the halftime show? Coldplay, Beyonce, and Bruno Mars all put on a fantastic performance together, which included a montage of past Super Bowl halftime shows. Coldplay's message for this halftime show ended with the crowd holding up a sign that read, "Believe in Love." Beyonce had her own message as well, because not only was it the 50th Super Bowl, but it was also the 50th anniversary of the Black Panther Party. And we can see Beyonce's backup dancers are dressed accordingly. This was definitely a show for the books. Now, one of the biggest parts of the Super Bowl, the fashion. Runway Rundown joins us now with some of the most talked about looks on Sunday night.
Thanks, Tyler. Welcome to our fashion chat on Runway Rundown. I'm your host, Kim Anderson.
And I'm Kyle Dawson. Joining us tonight, we have Brooke Chappelle and Gretchen Bowling.
As you may know, there was a little football game that took place on Sunday, but we here at Runway don't really care about that.
We are more focused on the collaboration of Coldplay, Bruno Mars, and Beyonce, and the fabulous ensembles they were wearing on stage. Without further ado, let's talk about Lady Gaga's big opener. Gaga's rendition of the national anthem was nothing short of epic. But let's discuss her outfit. Head to toe Gucci. What do you guys think of this look?
Personally, I thought she rocked it. I feel like she's really finding her groove these days, and I thought she did a phenomenal job singing as well.
She's not wearing a slab of meat, so honestly, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
She did go with the red, but honestly, the shoes, everything, she looks great. She actually looks human.
I think that her makeup was like the most striking part of this for me, because I was like watching her face, and obviously she's very expressive when she sings, and obviously since she was singing the national anthem, they were doing a bunch of like close-ups, and her makeup and everything in the suit just kind of all went together.
I was a little thrown off by the eyes. I was like trying to look and find her eyes, and I couldn't. It was a struggle.
It was very, very flashy.
And the shoes were definitely a statement too, with the two different Gucci shoes.
They made up an American flag, very patriotic.
Blue sparkles, red, white stripes.
Definitely, she went all out for sure. And of course, we couldn't end our chat without talking about the queen herself, Beyonce. She paid homage to Michael Jackson's 1993 Super Bowl performance while performing her own brand new song, and looked absolutely flawless doing it. Do you guys agree?
Definitely.
She slayed. I mean, I loved the cohesion she had with Bruno with the leather and the gold, and I thought it was phenomenal.
Absolutely. I think she definitely pulled off like the little onesie thing with the fishnets. She just looked really good all the way around.
It's like her standard thing is like a onesie.
Exactly.
You know?
Delicious.
Yes.
Basically always. Yeah.
And I did like the gold, the X on her chest. I thought it was
for sure
a statement.
Well, that's all we have. That's all that we have time for now. But be sure to stay tuned, because later we'll be back with a full recap of New York Men's Fashion Week on Runway Rundown. Back to you, Zach.
Thanks, ladies. Beyonce is everywhere after her halftime appearance, but there is one place her hubby hasn't been: Snapchat. While Jay-Z was enjoying the popular sporting event, Usher came up to him and started taking a Snapchat video. Usher told Jay-Z what he was doing, and Hav responded with, quote, "I don't even know what that means. Come on, Jay-Z. Even DJ Khaled is on top of that one. Bless up." Speaking of social media, Cassie joins us now with all of this week's trending stories. Cassie?
Thanks, Zach. Yesterday, Derek Fisher was the #1 trending topic on Twitter. Why, you might ask? The Knicks fired the head coach less than 2 seasons into his career. He leaves in his second season to a $25 million deal. Some were very surprised by this, while others were very relieved. No matter what it was, it definitely was being talked about. Something else buzzing in the Twitter world was the rumor of Rihanna and Drake making out. Apparently, the two were acting like they were dating again on the set of their new video. The two were in Drake's hometown of Toronto for the shoot, and according to sources, were walking around town acting like a couple. Riri and Drake have been very close recently, but what does that mean of her and Travis Scott? Has she kicked him to the curb for Drake? Now, as if Queen Bee isn't talked about enough on The Daily, she definitely was after her great performance at the Super Bowl, and now a tour announcement? She will embark on her first headlining stadium tour this summer, and it will be called the Formation Tour, hitting 40 stops. Tickets go on sale next week, and dates will include North America, the UK, and Europe. News of this tour hit right after the Super Bowl appearance where she performed her surprise song Formation, which was released the day before and was accompanied by a music video. Will you be trying to score some tickets? That's all I have for you this week. Be sure to follow us on TV2 The Blurb and let us know what you think about this week's stories. Are you going to try to get tickets for Formation? Zach, back to you.
What do Michael Jordan, Empire, and The Wiz Live all have in common? They were all winners at the NAACP's 47th Image Awards. Friday night, Blackish star Anthony Anderson hosted the event, giving out the awards to honor African-American performances in television, music, literature, and film.
One of the biggest nights in music is taking place February 15th as the 58th annual Grammy Awards are set to premiere at the Staples Center in Los Angeles. LL Cool J will be hosting the event for the 5th year in a row. As always, the Grammys have some unforgettable performances. This year, Pitbull, Robin Thicke, Travis Barker, and even the cast of Broadway musical Hamilton are set to perform. Kendrick Lamar is leading in nominations with 11 nods, but will he be taking home the Album of the Year? Or will it go to The Weeknd, Chris Stapleton, Alabama Shakes, or T Swift? The show will air on CBS at 8 p.m. Who do you think will win?
Nearly 1 month after David Bowie's death, his widow, Iman, has finally spoken out to their fans. She posted the quote, "Love and gratitude" on Instagram, expressing how touched she was for all of the support from fans. Many friends and fans of the legend had posted tributes to his life and career in order to honor his memory. Iman posted an Instagram pic from actress Zoe Saldana, which was a quote from Bowie himself. "I don't know where I'm going from here, but I promise it won't be boring." Even with the tough transition, Iman seems to be doing well and has been spending a lot of time with her daughter. Coming up, Marissa joins us with all of the happenings coming to Kent.
And a woman crashed her own funeral? Ashley gives us the full scoop on what were they thinking. Stay tuned. Welcome back to The Blurb. Now, what has Lil Bow Wow been up to? What happens when a woman shows up at her own funeral? Ashley tells us that now with What Were They Thinking?
You want to know the craziest things going on in this world? Stay tuned because this is What Were They Thinking? Say, Little Bow Wow, you just don't know that taking pictures of dancers at a nightclub is just not the thing to do. A lawsuit was filed, and due to his absence in court, the dancer is to receive $80,000. But that has not stopped him from fighting back, stating that the dancer has been coming for him and his company for a while now. I must say, with a net worth of only $600,000, this rapper is not gonna let any ounce of his money go without a fight. Beware of the dog. Can you imagine crashing your own funeral? Well, Miss Noella did. Her husband of 11 years hired a hitman to kidnap her and kill her. The hitman decided to let her go, but only for more money. He then lied to her husband, claiming that he did in fact kill her. Noella's husband made a day of mourning in an attempt to cover up the truth. Many well-wishers sent their condolences, but they weren't the only ones in attendance. Noella watched her funeral in an unmarked car, waited, then proceeded to get out to confront her husband. He ultimately pled guilty to incitement to murder. How crazy is that? Now let's talk about my boy Cam Newton, who received tons of criticism Sunday night after the game. He was very disappointed, and it showed as he left the presser prematurely. But who can really blame him? Twitter fingers Rob Lowe had much to say about Newton in his tweet that said, "Wow, what a press conference from Cam Newton. So gracious, so classy, and so humble. What an example to kids, just like Peyton." Rob, I think you need to check those skeletons in your closet because you're not necessarily Mother Teresa. Even a retired linebacker by the name of Bill Romanowski, who by the way had a penchant for racist behavior, took a very offensive jab to Newton, to say the least. As a league MVP, you are bound to have haters. Just dab on them one time because they don't make band-aids for feelings. That is everything I have for What Were They Thinking? Tune in next week for more crazy stories. Back to you, Tyler.
Thanks, Ashley. Chipotle has been trying to regain their customers' love after their restaurants were plagued with an E. coli outbreak. What better way is there to win someone over than with a free burrito? I sure can't think of any. Besides, we all love the word free. Yesterday, Chipotle gave customers the opportunity for a free burrito, simply if they texted rain check to a specific number. Once they did that, they were giving a coupon which had 10 days to be redeemed. Everyone has been raving about this except for Qdoba, who threw shade on Twitter yesterday in response to Chipotle's giveaway saying, quote, "Hunger doesn't always accept rain checks." Ouch. Do I sense some hateration there, Qdoba?
The Queen has returned. As her first solo release in over a year, Beyoncé has put out a new song and video. Formation debuted on Saturday and took the world by storm. The video shows Beyoncé sporting an assortment of sexy outfits and showcasing her always fierce dance moves. Beyoncé's 4-year-old daughter, Blue Ivy, appears in the video along with the one and only Dr. Martin Luther King. The video has a very strong message behind it, and the Queen has outdone herself once again. What is there to do in Kent? Well, our reporter Marissa Nicole joins us now with some of the events that are coming up. Marissa?
Thanks, Zach. Everyone says third time's a charm, right? Guitarist Anna Papovic is ahead of the game by combining 3 full-length albums all in one. That's not even the cool part. Anna will be performing her album Trilogy at Kent Stage tomorrow night. Grammy Award winners Warren Riker and Tom Hambridge produced the 25 blues and jazz jams. Artists like Robert Randolph, Bernard Purdy, and Al Capone are also featured on the album. Doors open at 7 p.m. and tickets will be $20. More in music, Kent is keeping the talent coming with the 3rd annual Kent Beatle Fest on February 19th. From 5 p.m. to 1 a.m., a variety of bands will be spread all over downtown Kent, Ohio, performing their versions of the Beatles' best hits. To get more information, head to www.kentbeatlefest.com. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at TV2TheBlurb to stay up to date with what's happening in Kent. Back to you, Tyler.
The Twitterverse was set afire this past October when the Zola story hit social media. Isaiah Wells, who goes by the name Isaiah King on Twitter, told a story about her trip to Florida for a stripping gig. The story included moments of intense drama and even an alleged murder. The story grabbed the attention of many, including the actor James Franco. Franco will be directing this blaze into a wildfire with a film that is to be based on Zola Tells All, the real story behind the greatest stripper saga ever, tweeted a story written by Rolling Stone's David Kushner. Remember the Zola story? With the story all over Twitter, how could you forget? Cassie returns with Twitter's reaction. Cassie?
Many people found the Zola story to be comical. One tweet from DrewSkiDrew87 said, "Zola when just got snatched, accompanied by a picture of a superhero, The Flash." Others found this story to be nothing but repulsive. Rock Charms tweeted, "Nothing about that Zola story is funny. Nothing." Some even predicted the future with Zola becoming a movie. James Bond was one step ahead of James Franco when he tweeted, "All right, so I have an idea. Want to film this and make it a movie? Back to you."
Up next, our runway rundown crew has all of the men's fashion do's and don'ts.
And Nas returns with her affordable fashions. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Runway Rundown. The very first ever New York Men's Fashion Week took place this past week, and the best designers in menswear came to show their fall and winter collections for 2016. Lucky for you, in case you missed it, we have the highlights.
Our first look of the night is from Cadet with a military-inspired gray bomber jacket and matching pant paired with a deep V-zippered Henley and metallic shoes. What do you think of this look, Brooke?
Honestly, I would have my boyfriend wear this. I love it so much. I love the open collar, the down right plunge V-neck. The gray, it looks great on his skin tone, and honestly, I'm not a fan of gray on gray, but that looks fantastic.
Yeah. It's very simplified, I think, with the dark gray color, not too much going on. Definitely handsome.
Understated handsome.
I think that one thing that happens sometimes with military-inspired jackets, they get almost too appliqued and too gaudy, just because they have stars and patches all over it. But this one is very, very simple, and that's I think why I like it so much.
And it strays from the army green too,
Definitely.
which I like.
Absolutely. Well, our next look is from public school with another military-inspired ensemble. This army green jumpsuit is paired with a leather belt and a camo and orange jacket with combat boots. To me, it's kind of G.I. Joe meets wild thornberries, but what do you guys think?
Honestly, he looks like he's trapping bees. To be honest with you, wise words of Nicki Minaj. He's trapping bees.
The orange lining is so distracting, and it looks like he's wearing a cummerbund. He obviously doesn't like the look. Look at his expression. It's not working.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the orange is like what draws you in, and then you realize like, oh, this is kind of like a gross camo color, and the hat, and just like the onesie aspect of it with the belt. It's just too.
Plaid scarf is not cool at all.
If it was with like a tan shirt, it would remind me of something that Nigel Thornberry wore in like the Wild Thornberries, where he was like doing all of his nature expeditions. It was just like really rough. I think that. How would you guys improve this look though?
I would take out the orange. I think it was there to like break up all of the green, but if it was, like you said, like a khaki, it would be more in the color scheme and it would go and flow better.
Definitely. For sure. Next up, designer John Bravados. His entire show is animal themed and a little mysterious, but he did have some dynamic suits in different colors, including this one that Kim and I love the maroon color of. What do you guys think?
Definitely a fan of maroon. I love the whole jungle fever thing. That's crazy cool.
Yeah, I love the sheen on the suit. It's on all the pieces, I believe, and it pulls them all together, and I really like it.
Absolutely.
I kind of like the fact that we're starting to see different colors being used in menswear, because it used to just be like there'd be like a really flamboyant white suit, or we'd see like black or like navy, but now we're starting to see like more grays in the mix too.
Absolutely.
For sure. Well, last but not least, we have this look from Gypsy Sports that threw it way back to the 1970s. This look had a white zip-up pullover with a white turtleneck underneath and patterned flare pants accessorized with white sneakers. Now, one of our panelists sent this in and they really like the look, but what do you guys think?
Absolutely not.
I want to say no comment, but obviously I have a comment. It looks like he's wearing male leggings and he's trying to sag. Like, are those boxers?
It's a grossly patterned male yoga pant.
Yeah, I think this reminds me of like those really, like the couch at your grandmother's house that like it was around from like literally like the 60s or 70s.
Or that 70s show. Like,
literally.
That's what that is.
Absolutely.
And then just like the gross white sweatshirt thing.
For sure.
I don't even know.
Well, that's all we have for Runway Rundown this week. Now let's hear what else is going on in the world of fashion. What's good, Naz?
Thanks, Kim and Kyle. I definitely caught the Sasha Fierce wave the other night. So guys, I'm back with you again to give you all the latest in fashion. First up is Kate Middleton, who channeled her inner Pantone blue as she attended the 75th anniversary of the RAF Air Cadets in London yesterday. This royal beauty is known for not being afraid to recycle her wardrobe, so this isn't the first time we've seen this. But I mean, hey, it is Alexander McQueen and she is the wife of Prince William. She can wear it as many times as she wants. I'm fine with that. Next up is New York Fashion Week Fall Winter 2016, kicking it off this Thursday. I must say I was pretty impressed with the spring summer collection last September, so I'm sure it'll even be bigger and better this time around. Between the fashion panel and I, we will surely have you covered all the way from streetwear to straight on the runway. Check out YouTube during these days following as they will stream shows live. And lastly, Valentine's Day is this Sunday and I couldn't leave you ladies hanging. So here are a couple affordable options that will leave you in style and money in your pocket. The first is Dressy Chic. Bodysuit from H&M, midi skirt from chicwash.com, an online boutique, Steve Madden pumps from Macy's, and a super cute graphic clutch from Forever 21. The most expensive thing was the shoes. This outfit came in under $200. The next one is a little more dressy, more like dinner in a movie. The black fit and flare is from Express, shoes from Steve Madden, and clutch from riversisland.com. You can always use a smoky eye with a little sparkle. Well, that's all I have for you guys this week. For more Valentine's Day inspiration, you can follow me at Styles by Naz on Instagram. See you next week. Back to you, Kim.
Thanks, Naz. Stick around because when we come back, some of our sports reporters take on entertainment. You won't want to miss it.
Most of our viewers probably watch the Super Bowl for just the halftime show and commercials. I know I do. So we had two of our sports reporters watch and react to those parts of the game. Take a look.
I might just chill tonight. Puppy monkey baby. Puppy monkey baby.
Hey. This man ain't gonna never get facial hair. I'm like, yes.
Listen, Beyonce is a noun now.
Slay.
When your name's a noun,
slay.
You can do what you want.
Where it's okay to be an original.
I like her outfit for real.
We got wiener dogs.
This is the greatest commercial ever.
Yo.
Like wiener dogs dressed.
They got
as
the
hot
itty
dogs.
bitty one, bro. All right, man.
Listen, a girl that does leg day recovers. A girl that doesn't tore her ACL.
Never returns. Like, why he gonna come in here with this colorful, stupid shirt on?
Tie-dye
He got all
shirt.
this black and white on, black and gold on. Man, what's wrong with him? That's
His
why he got
Jordans
outshine.
look fake. Look, no,
That's why he
rewind. His Jordans look fake.
She said N-word.
She did. They just gonna let that go on public TV.
She be
What if my kids was watching?
Like, why is he licking his face?
What are those? What are those?
I don't know, but they match this little patch.
They match
right
that, but Jordan don't make shoes in all those colors.
He don't, but he make
But those are definitely Jordans.
schemes, Coldplay. Hey, that's Charles. I know him.
Women wish they could be as graceful as her,
Yeah, I'm not
dancing
about-
as she is falling. Like that's what I'm saying. Like
And the sun's still out.
they
Why
try to
is
act
the
like they're
sun
not.
out?
They're in California. They try to act like they're not in California. It is too hot. But who are these random people? Like, why are they of importance?
I want to know why I wasn't invited to be a part of this.
That's what I'm saying.
Turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up. Hey, I don't know where all the cameras at.
Because there's a whole rehearsal, you know. So they tell you there's gonna be a camera over here, up here.
Shout out to Raven. Shout out to Andrea.
We out.
Well, that's all the time we have this week. Be sure to keep up with all things entertainment by following us on Twitter and Instagram at TV2TheBlurb.
And if you want to see any of our past episodes, subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Blurb on TV2. See you next week.